All right, we are here and we are live. Welcome everybody. Hopper says so. Finally, after all this work to set up Minmus Station, get all of these tanks here, get some Kerbals up here. What we are in need of is a lander so that we can get down to the surface. And with 4,000 units plus of liquid fuel and the appropriate amount of oxidizer, we should be able to really just mine the heck out of the science that is on Minmus. Now, before we do that, and this is what this episode's going to be about, we're going to build that lander, we're going to get it out here, hopefully get down to the surface and see what we got. But I do want to kind of clean this up a little bit because I still got the tugs that have brought up the various modules. So, for instance, this is the tug that brought up the station itself. It's got hardly any fuel left in it, so I think what I'll just do is undock this. We'll just deorbit all this stuff. So we're going to undock that. Am I on what I want to be on? I think I am. And do I have some control? Oh, there's no communitrons. Oh, for goodness sakes, really? Okay, so rule number one is bring up those communitrons. Oh, we're off to an auspicious start, aren't we? Okay, Nabo. Nabo's going to go out there and take care of that for us. Wow. That's brutal. Well, let's see here. We should be able to... I forgot that there is some range on this in the probe bodies, but not enough. Okay, extend the antenna. That should take care of that. Let's just realize they're still in the... Okay, board. Now... Yay, we got a signal. Okay, so, yeah. We'll just turn it this way a bit. Activate this engine. Okay, and we got to turn retrograde. So this will be... Oh, still... Wow, whatever. Oh, wow, we're going... Let's point our... Here. Alright, now let's point retrograde. I got a retrograde button, for goodness sakes. There we go. That way's retrograde. It's in a polar orbit, so that always kind of messes me up. Okay, I think that looks like we just deorbited. We did. Okay, back to here. And we got this great big tug here, too. Let's, okay, let's empty out all of this fuel. There's two tanks. So we'll get this one, and out, and out. This will just clean up the look of the station here a bit. Okay, good, good. That can be gone. Now, there's still this tank. Is that enough to do? It's just probably is, but just to be sure. There, that'll definitely be enough. See if we can get this right. Ah, shoot. Close enough. Okay. Alright, that one has its antennas. I can see them, so we will undock here, decouple that node, boom. Oh, wrong guy. Oh, shoot. I switched to the other one, and now I can't switch back. That's not fair. Oh, my gosh. I switched the wrong way, so now I got to switch to the station. What is going on here? Minmus Station. Oh, the names are messed up. Oh my gosh. Okay, switch to here. We got some fixins to do. The probe body somehow got called Minmus Station. Okay, what are we on here? Let's... No nearby objects. Did it not? Oh, it must have redocked again. Okay, let's try this one more time. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, it must have redocked while we were away. Okay, put that onto the retrograde vector. SAS on. Come on. Does it? Oh, it is moving, but exceedingly slowly. Let's activate the engine because I think the only reaction wheels are right there in that probe body. So what we're going to do... Oh, I don't want to fire the engine just yet. Oh, come on, come on, come on. And then I'll fix the renaming issues. Alright, it is... I know as soon as I fire this engine, then I got attitude control because this is a vectoring engine, but if I fire the engine right now, I'm probably just going to drive it straight into the station. And it is very, 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 very slowly going to retrograde. Can I risk a little puff? Oh my gosh, this might be a really bad idea. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Oh, for goodness sakes. That was a dumb idea. We're gonna break off one antenna. No, it bounced off. Oh, that was a great idea. That was a brilliant idea. That's exactly what I meant to do. Even bounced me in the right direction. Okay. And it does have RCS on it, but no monoprop. All the monoprop is in the barge. And there, that one's on its way down. So there we go. There's our station. I don't even think I have moved my Kerbals in yet. There we go. And there should be a Kerbal, another hatch. Where's the other hatch here? Do it this way then. Transfer Kerbals. Bob gets the scenic copula view. Okay. So there we go. Station's all set. All ready for them. Tons of fuel aboard. Milestone. We have performed a spacewalk. We did! And we have performed a crew transfer near Minmus. Alright, there we go. So let's get back to the Space Center. I'm going to go into Mission Control. And we're going to take a look at what our situation is here. Okay, so Mission Control. First, I'm just going to go into active contracts here because I do have quite a few we can do. So... Science, get some science data from space around Kerbin, because I've really been ignoring the science lately, so I really do want to pay attention to this. Get some greenstone, bring it back with you, so we can get a Kerbal out just to go survey that and pick that up. It does suggest some biomes we got to go... we suspect you can find one of these in the flats, Greater Flats, or Great Flats biome. Those should all be pretty nice and easy to get to. Ploy, that's a moon one. That's a moon one here. Position a satellite in a stationary orbit of Minmus. This is one that I meant to do with my relays and completely botched it up because I didn't look at the fine print. And oh my gosh, what fine print does this have? I didn't read this over at all. First of all, you got to have a thermometer, a mystery goo, a science junior. Okay, we're going to bring up the lander. I'm going to use that to do it with, and it'll have all that kind of stuff on it. And, but you have to have it in a stationary orbit above a specific point that I completely missed. So the plan is to build a lander, get it into this orbit, and then we'll move it to the station. And just kill this and not have to send anything else out towards Minmus. So... yeah, once again, I'm making this more complicated for me than probably it needs to do, but, I mean, what could go wrong when I make things complicated? Okay, let's take a look at what are available... oh, got Explore Minmus. Land on Minmus. Definitely want to do that. Anything else? Oh, science data from the surface of Minmus. We definitely want to do that. Position a satellite in an equatorial orbit of the moon, and I don't care, So, now... let me read the fine print, sorry, on this Explore Minmus one. It just says land. Good. I've gotten burned with ones that say land and then bring the vehicle back to Kerbin. And with the way I'm doing this, the lander's not going to come back. Our Kerbals are going to come back in the vessel that they got there with. So good, they just got to land. All right, so we got tons of contracts. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a lander. So, crew cab. I mean, I do have this, but can only hold 2 Kerbals, and which is, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Obviously, after the LEM with the Apollo programs, but it only holds 2 Kerbals. What am I going to do? And this guy can only hold 2 Kerbals. So what we're going to do is pull out the ever so popular pomegranate. I'm going to take all the ablator off of it because it'll never come back in the atmosphere, hopefully. And but it can hold 3 Kerbals, so that's why I like it. We got to put a docking port. Let's put the things on here that I don't want to forget. So I'm trying to get better at reading that fine print, but thank you. I can't promise that I won't get burned on that again. So there, what do we have for payload storage stuff? I do have, like, you can put so much stuff in here and it'd be a nice wide base. What do we got for fuel? Oh, that's to a, let's see, I think that's it, but, right, that's to a 1.87, yeah, it is. But then what I'm thinking, get into structural. I should have, oh, maybe I don't. Okay, that's the little one. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, that might be good. So not for fuel. Just to offer some sort of transition there. No fuel in that though. All the science can go in there. That'll be good. And actually, speaking of science, before I forget, one thing this thing's going to need too is a probe body. I might rethink this. Back to structure. Payload. Yeah. I'm going to put a probe body in there. And I think actually I'll just use this one structural bit there. I think that'll look better. There we go. So probe body goes in there. I have now the hex is my best probe body. So in you go. And while I'm at it, also in there, we'll go a set. Oh, those are big. We'll do it this way. There we go. Okay, so science. Start doing science. We need that. We need a mystery goo container. We need a barometer for some reason, even though we'll be in a vacuum the whole time. We'll need a thermometer. We'll need the double C seismic accelerometer. Haven't picked up one of those just yet. That's good. That's a scanning arm. Oh, we're not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna be a rover. That's the end of it right there. All right, and while I'm thinking about it, some batteries, which that should cover it. Okay, let's get this thing. We'll add more. Actually, I think that, yeah, throw that away. We'll fix that later. Fuel. I want, let's arrange these by mass. That one. And I do have the Poodle engine. What does that do for me? I'm looking for this lander. Really, it only needs about 500 meters. Yeah, that's a way too much already. It only needs about 500 meters. I don't even think I'm going to need this freaking Poodle. Let's put a Terrier on the bottom. Let's think about other fuel cans. Because I want this to stay at Minmus Station and just be able to go down in the Minmus, go up, fuel up, go back, you know, back and forth. So it doesn't need a lot. I'm budgeting in around 500, which is more than enough. Let's just get a really rough idea how much fuel this needs, and then we'll get a better idea of. See, that's already pretty freaking close. Want to keep it from getting too tall too. Okay, that holds 45 units of liquid fuel. What if I throw in like a bunch of these? Can these fit in here okay? Without looking silly? Sure. a little bit, just finding little places to stash fuel. It's gonna need monopropellant too. See, that's already enough fuel right there. It's already enough. That. There. Okay, so I'm already at 660 meters per second. Let's put on a little bit of monopropellant and some, because we are going to need, but emphasis on a little bit, because it needs to dock with the station, but that's about it. That will do fine. RCS will put on once we're done the thruster blocks. Don't let me forget. I finally now have a list, a checklist on right near my monitor. Because I've done so many of these missions where I've got forgotten stuff. So I'm gonna, before I send this off, we will be going over my checklist. Landing legs, it obviously is going to need. This might be a little bit weird just because... Why am I stuck on two-way symmetry? Doesn't like... Probably because it doesn't like where the doors are. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have to come up with a solution to that. Whoops. Yeah, I got a much better idea. That's coming off, that's coming off, that's going away, that's going away. We're going to try and sort of construct something that's a little more girder-like. Just see if we can construct something out of girders. One more, I think. There. And then put that on four-way. Slide that on local. Slide those in. This is just about mounting the stupid landing legs. That's all this is about. And making it not look stupid. Because we definitely don't want it to look stupid. I don't know. I can live with that. Sort of. Let's... that up like that. Slide these down a bit more. I know that's technically going inside and glitching a little bit, but I don't know. I think that's kind of all right. I'm going with it. I'm going with that. Okay. All right. Still fuel 545 meters per second to delta V. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Solar power electrical generation thing. What I think I might just do is just kind of stick a whole stack of these. 8-way symmetry. Rotate them like that. I think that should be fine. So maybe what I should do, go to here, 4-way symmetry. Just to have them at different angles. And then down here and still 4-way symmetry. I like. Yeah, I'm good with that. Do I have ladders? I don't know if I do. Oh, I do. Okay, we'll think about ladders in a sec. They don't really need ladders because you can use the EVA packs too. Okay, we do need thruster blocks. Most certainly need thruster blocks. So, where is the center of mass of that thing? Right around the middle, which is a good place for it. So we'll put some up here. And we'll put 4 more. Might change this whole system. Can I click on the set there? Might change this whole system. Rotate these. I'm not going to really be there without being in the way. Like, okay, no, let's put them back. Control Z. Yep. Let me get more girders. More girders. These girders ain't light. They're 125 kilograms a piece. That. And like that. Like that. This is a lot of work for... Should check what my delta V is once I get this all put back together again, because I don't want to add too... Yeah, now I've sacrificed probably a little too much delta V. I could use... I don't know, now I'm kind of gotten attached to that. I kind of like it. Here. My whole point here was actually just to put attachment points for these guys, just like that. And then I was thinking in structural wise, like I could do the same thing with like cubic octagonal struts or whatever. But now I've kind of grown attached to that. I might just leave it. So what I think I shall do is just simply add a bit more fuel somewhere. I know what I'll do. We'll go, there they go. That's what I want. Yeah, 4 of these. That way or that way? This way. And because there's lots of room under here. There we go. I'm fine with that. Oh, shoot. Try that one more time. I think when I was sliding them around, I didn't have it on... Nope, nope, that's right. Okay. Like... Sorry. There we go. That's more what I want. And then up. I don't... It's fine. It's good. 683 meters per second. I didn't even check thrust to weight ratio. 0.87 will be fine, especially once you set this for Minmus. Like 17.47 on Minmus. Remember, that's all this thing's gonna do. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna look at my. I got RCS and monopropulsion. I got science. I got communications. Communications. That's why I put my checklist up there. Communications. So some communitrons. 2 of them will definitely do fine. Okay, just sort of tweak these a little bit. Want to make sure they stick out nice, but also when you retract them, let the door still close okay, which they do. Okay, so there we go. Communications. Next on my list is electrical generation. Took care of that. I don't have electrical storage, so let's think about batteries. What I think I might just do now that I'm looking at all this is just go with these guys. So C and 8 There we are. Don't know why, but I want the lights to point outwards. And some of those I know are under those fuel tanks, but I can't see them, so. Alright, that should be good for electrical storage. I think. Anyway, thermal I don't have to worry about. Lights. I tell you one thing I was excited about. I'm not sure how, if everybody's seen this. I'm sure some people have seen this, but I was very excited for... there was a preview for... Sorry, I'm distracting myself. There was a preview for version 1.11 of KSP, which should be coming out soon. And one of the things they have are all kinds of lights. And I think personally that's well overdue. Having more lights, navigation type lights, but also like, it looks like work lights. Lights to that's what I want. There we go. Sorry, lights to just dress up your ship, strip lighting, work lighting that you can just put down on site, like all kinds of very cool looking light. I want to light up as well the interior of this materials bay. We'll put this on just two-way symmetry. Or not the materials bay, I'm sorry, the... I am the worst guesser when it comes to guessing that like that. Not the materials bay, this cargo bay. Service modules, what they call them. Noticing the top of the light was poking out here. I don't want that. That should do. And then when this turns on, that lights up in there. And then finally, do I want more lights? I think I do want more lights, don't I? I do. Let's put just some lights. Just, these are effect lights. Effect lighting. Whose whole purpose is just to light up the ship a little bit. I'm hoping that'll look okay. Alright. Okay, so I got lights, and then my last thing on my checklist is fine print, but I think I kind of got that covered. So, I think I got me a working lander. I think this will do me just fine. What I want to do, while I'm thinking about it, is test the RCS. Oh, I'm on Untitled. This is, I don't know what we're gonna call this the Keagle. I think I already have called something the Keagle. I think I got something that's been in orbit around the moon for a long time. Alright. Let's deploy these. We're just going to test the RCS system, and I think I'm going to call this one done and get it to Minmus. Okay, so Alt F12. We are cheating into orbit. All right. Lights on. And RCS on, and what I'm looking at is just torque. So if I do this, see there's a little bit too much force on that top one, so we're going to just I don't know, try it at, here, let's do it this way. 80, make it numbers I can remember. Put the SAS on. Even time warp a little bit to stop that rotation. SAS off, RCS. If anything, that's a little bit too now. So just try 85, went a little bit too far. Okay. RCS there, and still a little bit too much. You know what? I think I'm getting. Let's just put it at 80. It's an easy number to remember. The reaction wheels will hold it. Okay, that's good enough. Revert flight back to vehicle assembly building. Okay, so we're going to turn these to 80. And also we're going to show those actuation toggles and turn off the yaw, the pitch, and the roll. And same thing with the ones down here. And then that way, as you're adjusting attitude, you're not using monopropellant for that. Okay, we're going to close this. Start retracted. We're going to close this. Oh, action groups. I'm almost forgetting about action groups. Let's put on action group number 1. Opening up these. I guess toggles just open the doors. And toggle that one, and toggle the antennas. And, oh, ladders. I almost forgot ladders. Do I want, okay, I'll think about that in a second. On the lights action group, I actually do not want these ones to be connected to the light action group. Which ones? Is it not going to tell me which ones those are? You stinkers, it was that one. Okay. Instead, I want those on the gear action group, so that when I extend, because they're landing lights, so when I extend the landing gear, those lights turn on, and when I retract the landing gear, those lights turn off. I think that's good. Close that. Close that. Do I care about putting a ladder on here? Let's give it a try. There's the bigger one. It might not be a dopey idea. Maybe just the one. Maybe not all. Well, no. Now that it actually, yeah, probably all the way down. Now that we're here, all the way down. Nice ladder. So that looks, hopefully a Kerbal can get in and out of there. Yeah, whoops. Trying to click on the ladder. There we are. Ladder like that, and I always forget just how that one's the shorter one. Oh, it's not even close to reaching. So get that other longer one. I'm hoping that might work, that a Kerbal can just, it looks good. I mean, it's not necessary, but it looks good. Okay, yeah, let's save this. Again, we'll do a launch here just temporarily, just to test this. I hope there's a Kerbal inside. I didn't even check that part. There is. Jebediah. Can you get at it? Look at that. I always want to test this because they can sometimes get, but that I'm really happy with that. I don't think I've ever really had it go that smoothly before, having when the ladders all connect together. And then can you get back into the top here? Just board. Beautiful. Okay, let's not recover. Revert flight. I guess it really doesn't matter, but All right, we are going to retract that ladder and retract that ladder, and we're going to attach them to action groups. They are on action group number 2. Extend ladder. Extend ladder. There we go. Now we're going to retract this. All right, this is our McBobs. So we need to get you to Minmus. So we need a decoupler here. So this is going to be the transfer vehicle, and then we got to build a booster for it. So we ain't quite there yet. I think it's going to need some sort of fairing. Oh, I don't have the 2.5 meter fairings yet. Shoot. Okay, we'll have to. This should be big enough. Am I gonna just? Why don't I just enclose everybody? The whole thing. It's gonna work, right? Oh yeah. All right, so there we go. That's fine. Clamshell deploy and just jack up the number 6 size because it's gonna be big. Okay, we need to get this to Minmus. I got a 1.875 meter part. Let's see here. EX. Now this is, yeah, that's, oh no, that's the 2.5. These are the FLTX. Those are, that's my biggest 1 point. It's not that big. Nope. Okay, and let's see. We'll probably going to be needing to get into the poodle, but again, now this stage, I'm figuring about 1400 meters per second of delta V, maybe a smidge higher. So that's not too far off. That isn't terrible. Let's get back to fuel cans. This is a good choice. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. And I'm gonna keep this a dumb stage. Not put any probe bodies in it or anything like that, because I figure what I'll do is keep it attached, and then while this thing is on descent to Minmus, we'll go that way around, in fact. We'll ditch it while we're in a suborbital trajectory, and then that should do that. Wow, that went kind of easy, didn't it? Ooh, look at that. Look at the difference between the two poodles. Why are they so different? I really like that, though. I'm going to keep it that way. I never knew that was the... I like that one so much better. Okay, it's staying that way. That should be good. I want to get some struts just to secure this lander a bit. That should be fine. And so now we got a vehicle that should be capable of doing what it is that needs to do. Now I need to get this into orbit. So we have 17.05 tons of mass. How am I sitting with boosters that I've used in the past for 17 tons? I see one that can do 20.9 tons. Can I make it work? That is the question. Looks a little goofy. How did oh, I think the staging's all messed up. Let's just check. Boomity boomity boom. And then into this. That's the fairing. This is really... I just want to check the staging here and see if this is going to work for me. That's that fairing. I'm not sure. Okay, so then the metal core, so it starts on 4 boosters, goes to a central core booster. We can adjust that if we want to. Loses the fairings. And then it's onto this. Oh no, this is not right. There's no way that's right. So these... Oh, and then it loses these, and then... This should be... Oh, it's all messed up. Okay. Then, so we're gonna, yeah, that gets that. Then it loses those boosters. So first it just loses those. That makes more sense. So it loses those outside boosters. Then it's gonna lose those radio boosters, and it's gonna be on a central core. That's that. That's that. This needs to be on its own stage. That's what's happening. So does this now make some sense? We got all 4 of those engines on the bottom. Then this engine comes on and we lose these 2 radio boosters here on the side. We'll lose the fairing probably in the next stage. Actually, might lose the fairing up in this stage. Lose those 2 radio boosters. And then we lose the fairing and then we go to there. That's fine. Now, how much delta V is this if I add these up? Oh, way enough. Way enough. Way enough. Way enough. Way enough. Okay, so I just want to clean up. I got some wackiness happening here because of okay, take this off, take that off, get a 2.5 meter decoupler like that. Might have to change up the... Then I need some sort of... Do I have a fuel tank that goes from... No. Yep. Yep. Why is that not one? Whoa, there. It didn't want to stick on there for a bit. I might need to change. I'm going to have to change some stuff up here. So we're doing a little bit of a modification. I think I got a ton too much fuel. And what I think I need to do is remove these and replace them with bigger decouplers. Like that. That looks way more sane. And then that one, that one, that one. Hope I'm saving myself some time doing all this. I do all this and this stupid thing's not going to work for me anyway. That looks not quite so ridiculous. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm having trouble just telling how much delta V. So we're going to take this engine and we're going to turn it right off. And we're going to take... Is that the Poodle engine? We're going to turn it right off so that now the delta V is saying 0 for some stupid reason. Okay. All the staging is a disaster. Okay, all 4 engines first, as well as these. Good. Then those, along with these, and then that engine gets engaged. Then these. That, where's my Poodle engine? That goes with that. Fairing should probably get in there somewhere. That goes with that. This top one is actually the thing. What I'm going to do, I can disable that staging so I don't have to look at that. There we go. Oh, it's only 3,400 meters per second at delta V. How did I... Oh, I thought I had tons. More places I can stash fuel. So I need a little bit more fuel. Shoot. Yep. I thought I had so much delta V. Okay, 3421 meters per second at delta V. Is the asparagus staging sensible? Actually, I'm not quite sure that this one's right. Still the same. Okay. No, I think that's all sensible. I just think we don't have... Now, do I have the delta V or thrust I need on the bottom here? Please tell me I do. That's a full thrust. That's not. So whoop. I can barely get the thrust I need. Shoot. Okay. We're gonna make this work. Now I'm now it's saying 4203 meters per second at delta V. Make up your bloody mind. I thought I had lots. Okay, I think this should be fine. So, let's just go to thrust to weight. We're gonna fly it. We're gonna fly. Gonna fly. We can reduce some of the fuel here. There's too much fuel. Doesn't need it. Okay, and that's at full thrust. We can lose a lot of fuel, honestly. I think the game was lying to me with how much fuel was left, so we're just taking fuel out. When you start trying to reduce mass like this, work from, you know, the higher stages down. You want to get rid of mass that's towards the top. That should have balanced off with that. Good. And the reason why I'm getting rid of mass is because I don't like what the thrust to weights are. Because that's at full thrust. That's at full thrust. That's at full thrust. We'll see how it goes. This doesn't need to be full thrust, I'm pretty sure. Nope. Want a launch thrust of about 1.33. Ooh, that's very close. 77. Come on. Why is it? Okay, it's not letting me type in, and I don't know why. 1.99. Things are acting strange, and I don't know why. Am I changing both of these? Yeah, I am. Okay, what's that? 1.23. Sorry, I just flat out don't believe you. Okay. 100? Wow. Alright, we're gonna go for this. We'll see how it goes. If this doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're gonna go for it. I don't want to fiddle around no more. Staging should be okay. We're gonna remove all our Kerbals. This is going to go up. And we're gonna save this, and hopefully it will fly without things going wrong. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's find Minmus here. Let's turn off everything. Minmus. There we are. Okay, and we'll go for our launch here again. The whole idea that you want to do when going to Minmus is launch at either the equatorial ascending or descending node. I don't want to do a night launch, so we're going to spin around to this side of the planet. I'm just going to line this all up. So want Minmus's orbit edge on, the moon's orbit edge on, because the moon's orbit's right over the equator, which is right over the Kerbal Space Center. So when our vehicle is here, Should be ready to go. And I can see it says it's a ship. We should change that to a lander. Let's just stop for a second. Make sure things are still lined up well. We're going to be launching to the south. Oh my gosh. I'm sure that's good enough. Let's get it into the center here. So we're launching at the equatorial descending node. And if everything goes well, I'll be a happy guy. And if things don't go well, I won't be a happy guy. So we got to go 6 degrees towards the south. So that is 96 degrees for a heading, maybe 97. Start pitching. Whoa, 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 whoa. That pitched over with some vigor. Let's lock that on prograde for a second. Okay. I am way too much to the south. Closer, but still way too much. Very jerky. I should churn down the authority limiters on the gimbaling. That's very close. Might just sort of let this ride right now. Going up probably a little steep, but I think I got a lot of fuel. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully all the staging is correct too. Okay, there goes the first ones. Woohoo! So far so good. Keep track of Apoapsis. Yeah, I'm just going to let this ride. Let her ride. I see someone mentioned electricity. There's tons of electricity generation on the lander. So that part should be fine. Both electrical generation and electrical storage. All right. Yep, we're going into a 6-degree inclination. That's what we're shooting for. And so I'm going... I always go... You always want to go a little bit more than the inclination you're shooting for. Whoa, whoa, we just switched into orbit mode. That's okay. Just about at our target apoapsis. But you do want to go... That's why it was at 97. Now it's at 95. We'll check what our inclination is in a moment. I'm just about to get to Miko here. There we go. That's good. I can see this is staged in the wrong spot. What was I doing here? I wanted to take a look at inclination. So our inclination is... Where is it here? 5.5 degrees. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Okay, let's lose the fairing. Woo! I'm happy. Nothing broke. That actually went very, very nicely. And we're about a minute. We're almost in space. I can see I've got to go... How much delta V? We'll do this from here. I can see I got to go a little bit more south. Okay, I'm in space now. Let's just get a little bit closer. Hi, Will. I see hi. I know I got to pull it a little bit more south. Oh, I'm still locked to prograde, silly. Come on, get over there. So I'm going to go, I don't know, about there. Pull a little more south. Let's go, let's burn. I hate that this is on 2 different windows. Okay, that's good. Whoops. Let's just watch yeah. That's it. Watch the thingy. Here, let's lock on prograde. Oh. Use those. Tons of delta V. Overbuilt booster again. That's better than the other way around. I'm getting close to my apoapsis, so I just want to pitch up a bit. Pitch up a lot. Come on. Thankfully, I got lots of fuel. Just watching my timed apoapsis. I don't want to go past it because then you start going back down. So if I can just push that apoapsis ahead of me a little bit, should really start going ahead of me a lot soon. There it goes. Let's drop back down this way, see what happens. There's a lot less thrust now than there was. Okay, so I'm just waiting until we get a nice circular orbit. I can probably reduce thrust here. I'm happy with that. Oh my gosh, there's so much delta V in this thing. Let's hang on to it. It's completely... Oh my gosh, I completely overbuilt that booster. What else is new? Okay, let's open some things up. What else is new? Crazy overbuilt booster. Alright, that's just a nice place for the solar panels to be exposed to, but we are... What did our final inclination end up being? 6.1. That's cool. Alright, Minmus. Where are you? There you are. But now that our orbit matches Minmus's plane, the plane of Minmus's orbit, then it makes it much easier to do this. There we go. Let's focus our view here. And I think I got a little bit too much juice. Maybe not. Let's keep it around there. Okay. Play with the timing here a little bit. Now what I'm aiming for actually is this orbit here. That's the orbit that we want just for that contract. So I'm going to actually... Ooh, I'm noticing a bit of a moon encounter. Oh, that's after. Let me just check that. I'm not... No, that's... Okay, that's if I stay on this trajectory, we'll hit the moon. We won't be doing that, so that's cool. All right, I think I might just leave it right like this. We're gonna go for this burn, and then we're gonna meet up with our station, and just to show everybody. Oh, the icons are all messed up. Where's our station? There's our station. I gotta get over there and start switching. That's our station. It's not a ship, it's a station. So once we're in this big blue orbit, and in this blue orbit right over this, this is gonna be fun, I think. I don't know. Maybe other people don't have a different definition of fun than me, but we got to get into this blue orbit, have our ship above that waypoint, and then once we're done that, we're going to put we got a rendezvous with the station, which is in, you can see, a polar orbit. I think that's going to be a blast. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I'm going to quick save before I time warp because I've had really bad luck with time warping lately. And I'm kind of tired of it. Okay, I'm going to put you on to prograde just to get us going in generally the right direction. So this stage that's still left over from our lifter is still going to do most of this. Yeah, the red fuel is because... Oh, yes, I know why. Red fuel is because I turned these engines off in the VAB. Oh, thank you. Who pointed out the red? Rob. Rob pointed out the red. So, I don't know. Now it should be good now. It's flashing. I don't know what flashing means. But we're going to be staging right here. But I didn't have that other engine ready to go. Boy, it's flashing. That bugs me. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if it's trying to tell me something. Whatever, we're off now. It doesn't matter. Got 10 seconds to the node here. And go. But most of this burn's being done by our lifter. go. We are off. Yeah, that flash, I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen that before. If other people know what the flashing is, then that's great. Yeah, who needs to have map view? Everything you can do without looking at map view. That's why I love having all this kind of information here. I love that the game's gotten better with that. Yeah, this stage is going to be forever orbiting Kerbin. That's okay. I'm comfortable with that. Or I will eventually convince myself that it will have deorbited by now. And just a second. Boom. Next one. Or I'll delete it at some point when I get tired of looking at the debris. I don't know. Part of its orbit is peri... Oh, shoot. Pay attention, for goodness sakes. Did I overcook that? Did I overcook or undercook that? I wasn't paying... I think I overcooked it. Let's spin around to retrograde. Pay attention. Let's try that again. There it comes back. Thankfully, we have lots of fuel. That's good enough. Now, what was I saying? Oh, I like this thing. We were talking about, will I leave that stage in place? And the answer to that question is yes, though its periapsis will be like not much more than 80 kilometers, so you can make an argument that atmospheric drag will eventually slow it down enough that it'll re-enter. I'm going to use that argument. Maybe. It all depends. Okay, we need to have a bit of a correction, but it's going to be minor. A minor correction. This is going to be very, very small. I'm radialing the wrong way. Radialing. So we're using radial to move it this way because I did undercook this a bit, and then a little bit of normal. Oh, a little bit of normal up. Slow down, Buck. A little bit of normal up. There we are. See if adjusting the timing makes a difference. Oh, it does. Wow, it makes a big difference if I come in more. Makes a huge difference. Wow. I'm amazed that's making as... Okay, so I got to do this burn much later than... Okay, let's take off a lot of that radial that I put on there. It should... Yeah, this is definitely reducing the size of this burn. That's good. All right, I'm just adjusting the timing some more. I think that's good. I'm gonna stop playing with that. A little bit of normal, that's too much. And then a little bit more radially this way. Just want that periapsis just a touch. That should be good. We might have to do a minor correction. Again, we're going to go for this orbit first. That burns in 5 days. So what I'm going to do... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I have a contract to transmit some science from... And even though there's no science there, that still satisfies the contract to transmit some science from space around Kerbin. So you don't have to actually transmit any science. You can just do whatever. Okay, so that guy's on its way. What I want to do is take some time. I do have to pay attention. What's the In 5 days, we're coming up to this burn. It is now day 323. So I best make sure I'm out here. I'll have to pay attention to that. I'm pretty bad at doing that. All right. This naming is all completely messed up. So this here is rename. This is flat out Kerbin Station. It's not Kerbin Station ship, it's Kerbin Station. Except, there we go. So that's much better. I've not been collecting any science, but I do have the ability to do a crew report. So I might as well do that. Crew report, there we go. So we'll transmit that away. Pay attention to that. And the crew reports aren't biome specific, right? No, just space high. And we can do an EVA, so we'll get Bob out. Bob will do an EVA report. And again, this is space high, so it's not biome specific. So we'll grab that. Board again. Actually, I was thinking I was space low, so I thought I was going to be spending some time around with these folks. And was going to have to do EVA reports over all kinds of different biomes, but now it's clear that I don't have to, so we don't have to spend time with them. Where is that review stored data? We can transmit that away. And that's it. That's all science we have available because I don't have any science on here. Science is on its way. So, where is my ship? We'll go back to it. Switch to. And I want to rename this one too, so it is a lander. There we go. Okay. All right, let's say goodbye to Kerbin. All right, and ready to do the burn. We don't have to wait for this counter to come down to 0 for these mid-course corrections. I'm going to reduce the throttle here a lot, the throttle limiter. Okay. All right, where is Minmus? There, let's focus our view again here. And let's do this. So just take our time. Time isn't an issue. A little more. See, I'm a little bit, not quite. I got to come north a little bit, but I think I'll do that in Minmus's actual SOI. So we'll just reorient this again. All right. Back to here. Warp to here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get to Minmus. Minmus ho. Where are you, Minmus? Okay, we just went into Minmus's SOI. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so let's actually fix our trajectory first. I think that might be a better plan. So I can see I need to come north just a little bit, and luckily that happens to be the way I'm already pointed. So let's see. There, that probably is as good as I'm going to get. Yep, and then we're going to set ourselves up a maneuver here. So add a maneuver. And we're going to get this capture. And this is where things get a little complicated, to be honest. But I'll get to that in just a second. I can see I gotta also fix my inclination. That's okay. We'll combine the two burns together. So I gotta burn northward. Oh no, southwards. Wow, it's okay. It's not as much of a change. Not as much of an addition as I was thinking it needed to be. So just about like that. And by the way, what's really, really cool is this gives you your projected inclination from the maneuver when you have the maneuver selected. So you can really, what I think is pretty cool, is really dial that in. Okay, 0.1 seems to be as close as I can dial that in. And then I got to get there. That's close enough. Now, this is where things get, let me focus on Minmus and I'll explain. I can't just flat out just get into this orbit. That won't satisfy this contract because I got to also have my craft above this waypoint. So what I need to do is put myself into some sort of phasing orbit that has an appropriate period so that when I get back to here, I will be over the waypoint that I need. And that's going to get confused. So what I can do, I was just thinking about this. I got to write this down. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but let's select the maneuver node. And my projected period is 1 hour, 1 day, 5 hours, 13 minutes, and 23 seconds. So I'm going to write that down. 1 day, 5 hours, 13 minutes, and 23 seconds. I need that information and a calculator. But I don't know how far off I'm going to be until I actually get there. So what I need to do is get myself closer. So I'm going to just time warp here. I'm going to quick save again because I'm so bad at time warping. I want to get myself closer. And get an idea. Why can't I see that waypoint all of a sudden? There it is. How far am I from the? I'm still 30 minutes away from the burn. I'm going to stop at about 10 minutes from the burn. Okay, let's stop. And this is where I'm going to have to eyeball things. So, see, if I circularized right now, I'm going to be about, I'm going to call that about a third of an orbit ahead of it. So what I need to do is slow myself down by a third of that period. So this is where I'm going to get out my calculator. And nothing like, yeah, this isn't, but I don't know how else to do this. So I'm going to take, it's one, I got to take that period that, my projected period. I'm just going to do it to the minute. So the projected period is 673 minutes. I'm going to multiply that by 4/3. And that is 897 minutes. So now I got to figure that out in hours and days and stuff. So that's minus 360. That's how many minutes are in a Kerbin day. And divide by 60. That doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh. Minus 360. Okay. Oh, it's more than 1 day, dummy. That's why. Okay, so minus 360. So it's going to be 2 days. 2 days. Divide by 60. 2 hours. Oh my gosh. I know that was riveting. 57 minutes. So I want my resulting period to be 2 days, 2 hours, and 57 minutes. So I need to adjust the maneuver node. Oh my gosh, this was really ill-conceived for a live stream. And I'm going to push this up, watching my period till it gets to 2 days, 2 hours, and 57 minutes. So I'm watching right down here. And if this works, I will be as shocked as all of you. And if it doesn't work, I don't know what to say. I'm going to call it right there. So that's the orbit I'm going to go for right there. Is my inclination of that projected orbit still okay? Now let's twiddle that. That's the wrong way of twiddling. 1 day, 3 hours, and 0 minutes. Sorry, 2 days, 3 hours, and 0 minutes. Can we... That's going to be good enough. Okay, that's going to be the burn I'm going to do. And we'll see what happens. So let's time warp to... actually, before, this engine's been throttled down. There we go. That is much, much more sensible. This burn time's going to be 4 minutes and 27 seconds. That can't be right. Oh, that's when you start the burn. Oh my gosh, never mind. I'm not having a... Okay, let's do it. Less talking, more doing. Less talking, more doing. Okay, let's just stick this on retrograde. It's not quite retrograde, but... And what I want to do is watch my period. I can fix my inclination still, but it's the period I really want to watch. Whoa, whoa, why did I do that? Silly. Back, 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 back. And I got to remember 2 hours and 57 minutes. 2 days, 2 hours and 57 minutes is what I'm shooting for. We'll see if it works. And if it does, it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to actually start at the halfway. Yeah, let's start now and go to half throttle. And if it doesn't work, it's not like it's a disaster. You have your capture, you can still tweak. And I could easily be wrong. I could easily have gone a third the wrong way. I also completely really kind of guesstimated that third. So, okay, what am I doing? 2 days. 2 days, 2 hours, and 57 minutes. That's really what I'm looking at. I overdid it. What else is new? So we're going to spin this around prograde. We're going to turn down this thrust. And how did my inclination come out? My inclination is 0.1, so I'm happy with that. I mean, I shouldn't get too fiddly because there is so much doing this by eyeball that I shouldn't really expect this to work out super great. Okay. Let's see what happens. So, let's watch this. This is my craft. There's the waypoint I want to be over. So my hope is as this goes around, I think I'm a third the wrong way. I think I'm a third the wrong way now that I'm looking at it. The goal is when I get back to periapsis that this will be right under here. But all of a sudden now I'm starting to think I'm a third the wrong way. I think I'm a third the wrong way. John Novak is agreeing with me that I'm a third the wrong way. I see your 2/3. And this, yeah, darn, yeah, I'm a third the wrong way. There it goes under there. That's okay. You know what? We should be able to, we'll go around again. Well, is it going to be close enough? I don't know now. Is it going to be close enough? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think it might be close enough. I'm opening up that contract. I want to look at it. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. I thought for sure I would be going the wrong way. Okay. Position a satellite in a stationary orbit. That's the one. Stationary orbit around Minmus, directly over this sector NG. I gotta assume that's sector NG. Yeah. So, I don't know. Don't be stupid. I think I'm gonna. I'm thinking I might be close enough by the time I get there. I'm off by a little bit, but I'm I might just go for it. How far are we from periapsis? We're 14 minutes. I'm not even going to use a burn or anything. I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it. So what we're going to do is get back here. We'll turn the thrust down. And if it's not right, we'll tweak some more. I don't know how close. Like when it says directly over, how directly over do you got to be? I think that's pretty directly over. That's me. Doesn't that look kind of directly? It's kind of directly over. I'm a little bit ahead of it. Okay, let's do this. So put this onto retrograde. It might not be enough directly over. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If it's not, we'll fiddle. I just got to slow myself down a little bit more, but we'll see. Okay, time to periapsis is about 25 seconds. We'll start burning. I generally find that the game is pretty generous with its orbital parameters. Let myself get closer. So I'm hoping it's pretty generous for what it calls being directly over a particular thing. Just letting myself get closer to periapsis, because as soon as I started burning, it just started pushing that periapsis away. Okay. Okay. Hold for... I'm not sure I'm going to get it. I think it's not counting me as being over. You stinker. Gosh, what fraction of a circle are we talking about here? Like a tenth? Maybe? No. Yeah, I gotta slow myself down just a little bit more. Shoot, what fraction of a circle? That'd be a quarter circle. I know fractions. That's like a quarter of a quarter. So a 16th of a circle. So let's do this one more time. One more time. So I'm again pulling out my calculator, which is so thrilling in a stream. So that many minutes, I'm going to call it 1/16. So I'm going to multiply that by 17/16. Sorry, I did something wrong. Plus 300 plus 13 times 17 over 16. All right, and that minus 360 was that divided by 60. So 5 minutes. Five minutes and 55 seconds. Let's just call that 6 minutes. So we are going to switch around to prograde. Nerf this thrust. We're going to try to go one more time around. I need this to be 55. Yeah, I need to get this time. Oh no, I need to be. Yeah, that's right. I need to get this time to 55 minutes. Just to slow myself down a little bit more. Call that. I don't want to spend too much time fiddling about with this, because it's not exactly riveting. So there we go. So I've raised my apoapsis just a little bit. It always seems funny in orbital mechanics that burning prograde slows you down. But it does because it raises your altitude, which in turn slows you down, which increases your period. And hopefully we shall get back. You see my relays are being very weird. Let's just turn that all off. Alright, come on. You're going to give it to me this time, aren't you? Please? So slow myself down, but have I slowed myself down enough? I'm never accepting one of these contracts again, I'll tell you that. Oh, come on. That's gots to be. That's gotta be it. They've got to give this one to me now. Okay, I'm about 4.5 minutes away from periapsis, so let's get a little closer. I mean, come on. Come on. That's got to be it this time. So if again, I got to match the orbit that they want. But I'm hoping once I match the orbit that they want, they're going to give this to me. So we're going to go retrograde again. I say I'm... Oh, the check mark says I'm above now? It does! You're right. Thank you! Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Benjamin, for pointing that out. That makes me feel better. So all I got to do now is match this orbit, which is easy peasy. So it's good to know there was a check mark that was supposed to come up. It would have saved me some time before. So we just gotta, this is like very small burn. Just to get the orbital parameter bit ready. Oh, that's that. There! Woohoo! Position, it's green. We are done. Contract complete. I am never ever going to take one of those again. That is the worst. Okay, next. Let's get to the station, and I think getting to the station is going to call it for this, just looking at the time. I think I'm going to call it. So, we are coming up here to the descending node of the station. So, we need to put a burn here right at the descending node. And this burn's got to accomplish two things. One, it's got to change our inclination by 90 degrees. And two, we want to get our periapsis to just touch to here so we can start to facilitate a rendezvous. So let's just sort of get that bit done. So this is going to be... It's actually... Minmus is so forgiving. I mean, you know, like this isn't going to be as ridiculous a burn as it would... If this was a burn around Kerbin to do something like this, it costs so much. But around Minmus, it's no problem. Let's bring this down. You know, it's funny, with the 90-degree inclination change, I am now going with anti-normal being basically the same effect as going retrograde. They've switched roles. Okay, so I need to bring this all the way down. And I want my, and again, we can look here. I want my resulting periapsis to be, I'm pretty sure this is 50 kilometers. It's close enough to 50 kilometers. And I want my resulting inclination to be 90 degrees. No, it does not give me relative inclination with the station, so, oh well, that's okay. So I think I need to actually turn this down, do some fine tuning. What does that goes in the right direction? 90.1 is pretty good, and periapsis, really tweak this down. 50, and inclination, can I make it like super close? Keeps bouncing on either side of 90. There it is, 90.0. So if I can do this burn, that should do this. That should facilitate all that. So it looks good too. Like as far as I was just kind of eyeballing, not just trusting the numbers, but eyeballing it there. That looks good. It is not a 1 minute and 57 second burn because I have really 4 second burn. I find I do these burns better if they don't quite. There we go. That's good. Again, let's expose our solar panels. That's not what I want. There. Oh, I'm still locked on retrograde. Again, I'm going to time warp. I'm going to try and get in the habit of most times when I do some time warping to do a quick save. Because... yeah. There we go. And we're going to find our burn vector right there. And actually, we can do all of this right from here, because I can just watch. I'm just going to burn until my periapsis... actually, I'm going to burn until my inclination is right. I think that's what I'll do. And then we'll tweak the periapsis. That is what I shall do. Oh, and before we get down... oh, wait, we're in high space. I can do... never mind. I'm mumbling. I was thinking about science, but... we're going to be in high space when we get to the station, so we can do science there too. Okay, so I'm going to go to half throttle and start 8 seconds ahead of the node. That's going to be my plan. Go. I love on these big inclination change watching these markers move. It really shows how you're... okay, slow down. Less talking, more doing. There we go. 90.0 for our inclination. And it's a little bit... I overcooked it just a bit. Now I can see that. So we're just going to push this out. That's... tiny adjustment there. Excellent. Oh, it's time to start getting excited. So now we are in the right plane, and we have our periapsis in contact with our target orbit. Now we just need to create a phasing orbit here, but this is going to be much easier than the one we were just doing. Okay, so start getting something happening. If you are... and this comes up all the time. You see, if I do this, notice how these are barely moving. I think that means you need to come forward a bit in time. So I'm just going to come forward a little bit in time. There. So that... can I come back now? You have to be ahead of this node, the part of that target icon, or else the game just gets completely confused about when your rendezvous. I'm not quite sure why, but it does. Okay, so I don't think... oh, I'm going to be really close. No. Yeah, I am very close right here. No, I'm not. I am not close. What am I thinking about? Game's getting confused. Okay, let's start burning prograde. I think it's too many orbits in the future, and I think that's confusing the game. So we're going to burn prograde a bit. Not that much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Forward in time again. And now retrograde. There we go. Now we're getting it. Which ones are going to come closer? The purple ones or the orange ones? Oop, did too much. I like the purple ones. So that's a 0.7. Yeah, clearly I'm not going to do better than that. So I'm going to stop trying to do better than that. There we go. 0.7 separation after we do this burn. So let's do that. Again, F5 for before I do the time warping. Getting around Minmus. Okay, get on. Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah, this is pretty much just pure retrograde. Yeah, of course it's pure retrograde. Gonna definitely reduce this throttle some more because it's saying it's only a 1 second burn. That's good. Okay. And again, I'm going to wait till I'm halfway there. And we're going to watch this from here. Here's our intersect information. We can watch from there and see how close we can dial that in. So, 20 seconds. And 6, 5, and go. All right. And we should be starting to see our information popping up here as far as our encounter. There it is. Our closest approach. We want to get our closest approach down to, I saw about 700 meters on the... We'll use RCS, see how close we can dial this in. Oh, I saw 2. There. RCS off. Closest approach of 245 meters. I am ecstatic about that. Okay, and we should be able to do just one more orbit. Again, quick saving, or quick saving before time warping. Oh, polar orbits just mess me up. Don't know which way's what. Okay, yeah, we got to come all. We're 2.5 hours still away, so let's go. Do one big loop, and we should be coming close. Oh, I can see our station over here. Coming over the other pole. So nice having that relay network installed so that I don't have to worry about communication blackouts and all that. Okay. We are about 2 minutes away. 245. Yeah, oh, I should give myself some thrust here. Approach velocity of only about 20 meters per second. Let's get closer. Okay, we're about 40 seconds away. It's definitely time to start slowing down. Right on there. Boop. Okay, out retro. Okay, let's control from our docking port. Hit that right? Yep. Station is coming into view. Well, it's well into view, isn't it? This time to your closest approach is the most useful bit of information when it comes to doing this. Okay, let's slow ourselves right down so that we can decide on our docking port and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. So, okay, there we go. Switch over to the station. We're gonna dock right here. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna just pin that menu there, bop back, set that as a target, close that off. My approach, where's Minmus? It's kind of hard to tell, isn't it? Need to come a little bit, I think. Nope. I think I'm actually coming in pretty good. I do think so. I think my approach is pretty good, just by coincidence. Maybe a little bit this way. Yeah, I think so. A little bit this way. All right. Yeah, somebody, Benjamin, with that pin that menu thing. I can't remember. It was someone in the Discord, I think, mentioned that. That's they saw one of my tutorial videos and go, "Why don't you just do this?" And I went, "Because I never thought about it before." All right. I think this approach is okay. Let's a little bit more. So hard. There's nothing like a polar orbit that just messed me up. I don't know what it is. I think a little more this way. Oh, okay. I'm stopping. Let's use RCS from here on in. So we're going to spin this around. Where is... Oh, yes, of course. Oh, I'm so used to... Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's... Oh, we're coming in. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, back. Sorry. Okay, I gotta... Oh, I'm botching this. 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 I'm sorry. There's what I want. Oh my gosh. I'll explain what I... Oh my gosh. Okay. It could be worse. I could have ran into some solar panels. A little bit of a scratch on the paint. Not a big deal. The reason why that all happened, well, other than me being a doofus, is that... I am so used to a mod that I have installed in my other game. I think that's right. Let's just start getting going in the right direction again. I have a mod installed in my other game that puts a little icon to help you line up the docking ports. And I went, oh, let's go find that icon. And I'm so used to it, I just went to look for it. And by the time I realized that it wasn't there, it was too late. So sorry for that bit of embarrassment there. But okay, now we're kind of going in the right direction. Am I gonna clip that solar panel? Shoot! Down. What way's down? Down, 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 down. Okay, forward, forward, forward. Believe it or not, I think I got it. Maybe? A lot of wonkiness happening. Come on. Oh, I went past it again. That is embarrassing. Especially with the fact that I'm blaming it on the game. Oh, I think everything's kind of wobbling now, isn't it? Why is it so badly that way? This might be one of my worst docks ever. Oh, come on, you do. You do. You do. You want it. I swear I'm usually not that bad at this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're going to make our lives easier here. Let's back off. Oh, we're going to set from the station. This is a target. Come on. We're going to control from here, which I think I've already done. No, I have not. And then we're going to put this right on that target. That was terrible. We're going to do a little time warping to stop all that stupid wobbling. Now we're going to put this one right on here. That should have us pointing straight at our target. Forward ho. That should do it. I came in just way too confident there. Is back up and reset. Why is it? No, but it seems like... Is it just me? Control from here. Why does it feel like... Still missed, and I don't know why. Of course, now I'm going to get back into this nonsense again. Hey, we did it! It was still weird. Like, I had it aimed, the two docking ports aimed straight at each other, and they still missed, and I don't understand that. We're there. We're docked. I'm not going to argue with it anymore. We're going to roll this just a little bit for the solar panels. Oh, wait, that's because I need to change our control point back to something sensible. There we go. So just gonna do this for the solar panels here. Hopefully these solar panels aren't being... Well, it's not like this drains a lot of electricity. Okay, we're there. We have science to do. We have a materials bay. Oh, we've already been to Minmus with a materials bay. Oh, well, that's okay. We have a scientist to reset all said stuff. We have a goo observation to make. Again, we've done that before. We have a temperature scan. I bet you I've not done that before for some reason. I don't know why. We have a pressure scan. And the seismic barometer thing obviously won't do anything. We'll get Bob, who should be... I think I left him in here if I'm not mistaken. Bob? Oh, why did I just transfer? Can I escape cancel? I hit transfer. EVA Bob. Okay, I see OMG, the default game has a docking menu. Docking menu is, I don't see of any use. If somebody can ever show me the use of the docking menu other than changing the control scheme, I would love to see it, but I have never found anything that's useful in that docking menu. At least not for me. What am I doing? I am gathering science. I know it has a docking menu and it's useless. I think when you're playing with a console, I think... did I just hit reset? I did. That's what happens when I'm... Collect data. Now restore it. I think with a console, I've heard console players saying that the docking menu is necessary because you don't have the IJKL keys to do lateral translations, but... Stop it. Take that data. But I'm sorry... On a PC, I don't see the point of it. Yeah, maybe I had the wrong docking port. I did! Oh my gosh! Okay, now that I'm out here with Bob, I see the problem. Is I remember distinctly coming in and selecting this docking port opposite to this one, but now I can see I'm docked with this docking port. So I had this docking port selected as a target, yet I'm eyeballing trying to get to this docking port. So I can't completely blame the game on that one, can I? I can completely call myself an idiot. Oh, I had this one set as a target, but I docked at this one. That is why everything was off and goofy and I couldn't figure it out. I'm amazed I docked to be down. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of impressed with myself. Okay, let's put this here and get inside and... oh, actually, no. Sorry. Let's take this science and store it in here because this is the vehicle that's going to take these Kerbals back home someday. And the last thing I want to do is leave science behind. We'll board here. We are ready. We have a lander. We have a mountain of fuel. And we have a moon to harvest. And all of that is going to have to be for next week. So thank you, everybody. I was hoping to get down to Minmus' surface today, but the beginning of next week, for sure, that's what we're going to be doing. So we'll see everyone. Bye.